What's up, everybody? Welcome to another banger. I'm back here, Ryder's here today. What's up, guys? This is week 2 update of SAR bot underwater. This is what we went over last time. For a quick recap, we worked on doing our dive mechanism with these. I know they're a mess. I showed people them and they thought they were really cool. It's all tangled, that's a whole mess. I'm not going to untangle it right now. So here's our week 2. Week 2 is going to be a shorter video because we're not going over the whole project and all that. So I'm going to adjust us a little where you can see this a little better and focus on your camera. There we go. So right here we have our... So this week we were working on designing the frame. And we took out a component that we were talking about last time, and I will tell you about that here in a sec. First, I'm going to go show you guys a 3D model. I'm going to explain the framework first. So we have our big back frame here, post, and then we have another post here. Then we have our angled post that is connected to our little flat straight here. Then we have our bottom base, and those are our support beams all throughout there. If you look down here at these down here, this is the kind of 3D version of it. I'm not the best 3D drawer, but little note I put, frame with plexiglass box for extra protection for the electronics. So you can see right here, you can see we have an inner box right here. This inner box is more for the electronics, and if we have something that goes outside of the box ain't going to be the whole thing. With that, it's going to have a little like conduit or PVC pipe that had the wires, and then the component in its own little box up against where it needs to go. Kind of as an example of that. Down here at this image, it's just another better kind of like support. You can kind of see we have our angle, some flat, and then we have our post, and this would be replicated as the other side, and we would have supports going throughout the whole thing, supporting the walls, supporting everything throughout. And now I'm gonna show you guys something on the computer so you guys can see that, and I will pop that up on screen right now. So you guys can see right here, I am in a 3D modeling software. This is my 3D software I use to 3D model and print all my stuff. So right here, you can see, right here, this right here, we have our robot frame. That's a better 3D view of it, where you can kind of see it from all angles. Boom, 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 boom. So here, these right here, I'm going to delete some of these so it's easier on your guys' eyeballs. Alright. So basically, you see we have our big post, little post. We have our angle to the flat. Don't mind all the holes in this, guys, because I was going to 3D print this for you guys and show you guys as a visual reference, but it did not want to 3D print proper because it's just a lot of little tedious stuff. But I could come up and move this up and show you guys kind of like the model being put together. So we put this up. You guys can kind of see we're just going to do a little bit of course correction on it. And then we have our first kind of side of it done. So it's not perfectly on there, but you can kind of see the reference compared to this one, where you kind of have that steep angle going down. So you have that going. And then you have your two walls, and you don't have your base, but you kind of see my reference I'm going off of. Then these, you're probably wondering what these are for. These are technically a line or support beams, so the sideway bars that I was talking about that we don't have on the model yet. So boom, let's get another one in here. And then boom, and then we would have this thing right here, recreate it, and flipped over to here. And you're like, oh my god, that looks kind of just like your reference. Yes, it does. And then these two are just kind of this extra support, like for your side, like boom. And then let's take this one and go boom. It doesn't look the best because this is just a 3D model, but this one you can see way better right here. here, and this is like our main ones, so I'm gonna take these pieces all out. This is the one that you can kind of see. This is our big kind of reference point that we'll use this for. We have our base, we have our walls, we have our slant, and that. And this is kind of our basic framework, where we'd have 4 posts, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like just all the extra supports that we would also have to do in that, you would also see there. So I'm going to stop my screen share, and I will pop back over here to talk to you guys now. So, talk about that update that we have to do. Alright, so basically, if I flip back to last week's update, we were talking about our flowchart right here. See how we have our ultrasonic distance sensor right here? This is being taken out. So let me go to our other flowchart, our roller flowchart, and take those out also. We're taking that out because everything's going to be sealed, and when I designed that, I was like, oh, that would be good for distance. No good. We can use the cameras as distance, because it's going to be completely sealed, and it uses sound waves, and the sound waves are going to be messed up in the water, and it will also be kind of messed up because of the clear sealant that we're using. So instead with that, we would just use our camera module. That's a horrible representation, but camera module could be used for distance. So instead of using our ultrasonic distance sensor, we can go in and use our camera module to work with that. If you guys don't know what our goal is for this, our goal is to be done by the 4th of July. And that's because I have a backyard barbecue I do, so backyard barbecue. And with that backyard barbecue, I want to display this to all my family members and everybody that's coming, so they'll be like, oh, that is really cool. You worked really well on this. And when I have updates there at midweek, check out our community section. We will be putting some stuff out there about this. And on this date right here, I will take you guys with me of getting it prepped the morning of and the demonstration, so you guys can see it all and see everybody's reaction, because I think it's going to be really cool, really fun. So this video is going to be a short one, but our date, 4th of July. So if I look up how many weeks we'll have left, I think weeks to 4th. Okay, sorry, I'm looking it up, guys. So we have about 22 days. So we have about 22 weeks left. We have 22 weeks, and I don't get into my workshop until let me look at my calendar real quick. If I look for okay. If I look, probably be May, actually. It'll probably be May 9th. Will probably be, until May 9th will probably be the first one. So May 9th will be the first day in shop. And how many weeks we have until May 9th is about... Sorry guys, I'm doing a quick calculation with a calculator right now. So we'll have 14 weeks out of that 22. So if we take that out, 22 minus 14, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so if we take that 14 weeks until the first day I can get in there and start working, that is... So that's 8 weeks that we have left until then. That's 8 weeks. So basically, with that, we're going to have to take those 8 weeks that we have until then. Those 8 weeks, we're going to have to do a bunch of the circuitry. Testing and prototyping. So stay with us. Hope you guys like this one. See you guys in the next one. See ya. Hey, this is the Ryder from the future. I was just watching the edit, and I wanted to say we have 14 weeks till before I can get into that office and workshop. So 14 weeks to do all the circuitry, and then 8 weeks to build the frame and all that. I just want to pop in and say that. That was my error.